Large format polymer printing is pushing into territories that was once exclusively reserved for injection molding and CNC machining. For many manufacturers, the question isn't whether the technology can produce a part. It's whether it can do so reliably, at scale, and with the right materials. Inlong Additive Technology is a Chinese manufacturer making a case for what they call the third pass, a production approach that sits between expensive tooling and the geometric limitations of CNC milling. The company's VULCAN series of large-format heated chamber FDM 3D printers is especially well-suited for end-use parts from aerospace, automotive, engineering, and medical applications, with main examples being UAVs, car bumpers, and humanoid to robotic joints. I immediately spoke with pre-sales director Brian to understand what's driving demand for industrial-scale polymer printing at this level. Hi, Brian.
Hi, nice to see you.
Yeah, it's nice being able to talk here.
Yes.
So obviously here at TCT Asia 2026, there are many exhibitors, actually over 450, including major international players. And in all of this, how does Inlong differentiate itself, and what specific problems are you solving for your customers?
I just show you some differentiation, briefly introduce our advantage for you. And first, it's our 3D printer that we have a specialized, very industrial grade, large format, high temperature 3D printing. And our printer, they have 7 by 24 continuously with a stable and a reliable performance. We offer large build size, such as our VULCAN 600. They have a build size is 600 by 500 by 500, a very large size. But in this year, we will have a much larger, big size model will belong. It's VULCAN 1200. The length will be more than 1 meter. It'll be 1200 millimeter, and the width will be 1 meter, and the height is 0.8 meter.
So we were talking about the VULCAN series with your printer that you already sell today, reaching up to 600 millimeters in height and 500 millimeters in width, and now you're doubling down on that size with 1.2 meters in height. What real demand actually benefits from such a size of printing?
Our customer, they need the real part. Most of 3D printing on the market, they are just for prototyping, but our technology is designed for functional and high performance parts that can be used directly in real product. Our solution is widely used in aerospace, automotive, and robotics, UAV, and medical care. These customers, they need a big size and high performance part, so Inlong can offer this.
So obviously you have very large format printers, and I think FDM users already know that with some materials it can be hard to have a good layer adhesion. You can have problems like delamination and warping, and that's the reason why you put a heated build chamber in your printers. What other steps are you taking to prevent those type of issues?
That's the real pain in the market, and a lot of customers argue about they cannot print a good part. But in our system, we have a special design for this, and we have a heating chamber. It's a far infrared heating system, and make the composite material be printed good. And it's high temperature, such as the high temperature material like the PPS, PPA, or PEEK. We can print it good.
So you're not only an equipment manufacturer making machines, but you also cover materials, services, and post-processing. How does that all-in-one integrated approach work in practice for a consumer coming with a production challenge?
When customers come to us, they are not only to find a machine, so we provide them with a one-stop industry solution. It's include our 3D printer, of course, but still we have variety of material, and we have talked with you. And also the most important is we offer them printing service, and we have a very strong, very expert team that they can design for customer and can give customer very special and expert service. And also we can do the post processing for the every part. Maybe print part is not perfect, but when we do the post process, it will be same as the production part. And now we have office and service bureau in Shanghai, in Nanjing, in Chongqing, and in Shenzhen and Qingdao. So we can do the local service for them. And we can faster response to our customer. So for our customer, I think we are not just a vendor or just a supplier. We are a long-term partner.
And not only is Inlong present in China, but you're also exporting to Japan. And I've heard some talks about the US and Germany.
Yes.
How do you see the global market for large format industrial 3D printing, especially polymer 3D printing, evolving? And what role does Inlong want to play in that?
Our machine is just released in domestic in China, but in the future, we hope to let all the world know Inlong machine. I think the first step is maybe then from next year, from next show this year, we will booking a booth and let all the customer know who is Inlong and what are our products, what service we can offer to the customer. That's our first step. Maybe in the future, we will have another office in Europe or in America, and that's the next step, I think.
Well, good luck on exporting and discovering those new markets, and I hope to meet you again at Form Next later this year. It was a pleasure talking with you. Thank you very much, Brian.
Sure, thank you.
From UAVs to robotic parts, Inlong has made the case that FDM, and more specifically large format FDM, has moved way beyond prototyping into end-use parts. Learn more by visiting their websites, and as always, thanks for watching.